Hello students, now it's time for your commerce class, and yesterday we started one chapter, that is chapter number 10, staffing. And you know that staffing is the very important function of management. Staffing basically involves matching jobs and individuals. So yesterday I discussed with you meaning, characteristic, importance of staffing. Now my today's topic is the element of staffing, that is recruitment, and the learning objective, meaning of recruitment, factors affecting recruitment, methods of recruitment. Two methods available: direct, indirect. So before starting, you know that I'd also discuss with you one example, Indian Oil Corporation Limited example, recruitment practices. You know that it adopts different recruitment sources for its two categories of employees, managerial and operative. So here are the resources I also discussed with you in my previous lecture. Now see firstly the key terms. Recruitment. Recruitment is the process of identifying the prospective employees, stimulating and encouraging them to apply for a particular job in an organization. It is a positive action as it involves the inviting people to apply. Yes, when you are pursuing the candidates to apply, we are providing this much facility to the employees, you can apply. And you know that recruitment is positive. Why it is positive? Because here everyone can apply if you are eligible. Okay, so selection is the process of examining the applicants with regards to their suitability for given job or jobs, and choosing the best from the suitable candidates and rejecting the others. So you can choose in selection part the best one and reject others, and thus you will notice that this process is negative in nature, in the sense that rejection of candidates is involved. Yes, in recruitment you only accept the applications firstly, then in selection when you select the best one, in this way you can most of the time reject also. If you are having 100 posts available but 1000 applied, it means 900 rejected, so it is negative in nature. And recruitment positive when you accepted the all 100 applications. Okay. So student, the next point is placement. Placement simply means you first of all match up the selected candidates qualities, qualification, skill with the nature of the job, and then right man for the right job placed. Placement is the determination of the job for which a selected candidate is the best suited and assigned that job to him. And the proper placement of worker reduces the employment turnover. So it means that your employees not leave the job easily. If you place properly the employees, right person at the right place, then they face very less difficulties, and absenteeism also reduce, and accident rate also reduce, and improves the morale of the employees, also motivate them, and work also improves with the proper placement. Now the next part is process of recruitment of personnel. Now first of all, determination of vacancies. Estimation, determine the vacancies required in the company, then determination of source of requirement, and then invitation to the candidates, and fourth step is selection of candidate. This one is your whole procedure of recruitment, process of recruitment. Now students, time to know about the methods of recruitment. Two methods available, direct and indirect. So first of all, direct method. Under direct method, walk-in interviews and write-ins, field recruitment, tele recruitment, posters and billboards, internet recruiting. And in case of indirect method, further divided into two categories: internal sources and external. Internal, promotion, demotions, transfers, former employees. And in case of external, see placement agencies, advertisements, campus recruitment, gate hiring, employment exchange, internet, and referrals. So these all are the methods of recruitment. Now one by one know about the method. Firstly, I am going to start with the direct method. So students, before starting the direct method, see the factors affecting the recruitment like nature and size of the business. If your organization of small concern, then less recruitment, less vacancies available, less applicants can apply. And if you're large concern, then more vacancies available, more employees required. Second, the condition of the employment in the community in which organization is located. Yes, your condition of employment also affects a lot. On the basis of your condition of employment, applicants can apply. The rate of growth of the organization. If your company is very fastly growing company, then more applicants shows interest to apply. And next one is cultural, economic and legal factors, like children cannot be employed in the jobs. So work environment, compensation packages. If you are providing very good packages, then more candidates attract to apply. Otherwise, if you are providing average or less packages as compared to the work, so in this case less candidates can apply. So these all are the factors which affects a lot recruitment. Now the methods of recruitment, you know that direct and indirect method. Direct method simply means that when the direct contact between the organization and the employees. This is very inexpensive and convenient method. Number 1 point is walk-in interview and write-ins. So walk-in interview, it is basically on the spot interview. The date, time and venue of the interview are intimated to the candidate seeking the job. So, and they are instructed to come down for an interview along with their testimonial. Testimonial means written descriptions or a resume. So simply, directly, even applicants can also contact with the organization for walk-in interviews. It is very less expensive method of recruitment, and in India call center use this method of recruitment. Next one is field interview, like TCS, Wipro, Citibank, Infosys regularly visit the campus, repetitive campus for recruitment part. Okay, but if your company required higher level jobs candidates, then in this case this method is not suitable, because this method is only suitable in case you need freshers. Otherwise, for experience, you need experienced one. And here college students available, all are freshers. So the representatives of the company that needs employees maintain a contact with these institutions and conduct on the spot test and interview and shortlist the prospective candidates for employment. And the next method is tally recruitment. In this, a list of prospective candidates is prepared along with their name, addresses and telephone numbers from the directorates of various professional association and other agencies. Phone calls are made to such candidate and jobs are offered. When you offer the jobs to the candidate, firstly collect the data of the candidates who are willing and also completed the degrees. So the next method of recruitment, direct recruitment, is poster and billboards. Simply, when you outside the office provide the information regarding the vacancies in your company. Sometimes the seminar also conducted by the companies in the colleges, in the institution for recruitment part. Sometimes the organization install posters, billboard outside its office and at public places informing candidates about various jobs vacancies. Some organization also hold seminar to inform and track the candidates. Next method, internet recruitment. Internet recruitment, best example, Naukri.com. When you online apply, you provide your full description, your qualification, your experience, and accordingly they provide you information regarding the jobs. In recent year, there has been a rise in the companies opting for the internet as a tool of recruitment. The internet recruiting refers to a job advertisement on the internet for inviting online application from the potential candidates to fill the vacancies specified. Several professional job sites also provided recruitment services to the clients. So these all are your direct methods, like posters, like internet recruitment, tally recruitment, like walk-in interviews, like campus recruitment. Okay, now it's time to know about the indirect methods. Indirect method also divided into two parts, internal and external. So under indirect method, two methods available, internal and external. Under internal, like inside the organization, promotions, demotion, transfer, and former employees. Like see, first of all, indirect method, source of recruitment, internal source. Promotions. Promotion simply means that when you are being promoted from lower position to higher position, okay? Position of authority, prestige, job responsibility. The various factors generally considered for promotion are employees' merit, seniority, knowledge of job, and career records. When you are promoted, like from the deputy to main manager, etc. Now then demotions. When you are demoted, shifted from your higher position to lower position just because of your work performance, when you are not performing according to specifications, and then authority decide to demote you when you are not providing results. Okay, so in this case it results in reducing in pay and benefits and lowering of the status of the employee in the organization. This one is positive and this one is negative. Okay. Transfer simply when you are being transferred from one branch to some other branches, just because when in your branch you are very good experienced, but in some other branch less experienced employees and one experienced one required, so you are being transferred. And it refers to shifting an employee from one place of employment to another without any change in the position of authority, job responsibility, and remuneration. Okay, by transferring surplus staff from other branch or offices. When in your branch also surplus staff available, but in some other branch less, then you can also transfer. So in promotion cases, remuneration increase, in demotion decrease, and in case of transfer, no change in remuneration. And in case of former employees like retired employees, if in your company more burden of work and more work, so less employees, and if you want to reduce the burden of employees, then you hire retired employees on part-time basis or sometime on contractual basis, because they know the environment of the organization, how to do the work, then less risk also available. So these all are the internal sources: a promotion, demotion, transfer, and former employees. Now the next point is external sources. So student, under external sources, first one is placement agencies. Like these agencies advertise the vacancies, screen applications, conduct the interviews, and shortlist the candidate on the behalf of employers. They charge fees for such services. So they charge fees from the company and arrange the employees for the employer on the behalf of employer, when employer not having so much time for recruitment part. Okay, now the next one is advertisement. This one is very cheaper and very economical method when you are providing the advertisement in the newspaper, in the journal, and provide the information to the candidates regarding the vacancies available in the company. And campus recruitment, it's simply when you are arranging the seminars, you are selecting the candidates from the colleges or institutions. Okay, such colleges, institutions have placement cells also to assist the employers in such recruitment. Next one is gate hiring. Gate hiring simply when you want to fill temporary vacancies. Okay, when you display on hoarding board outside the factory gate, okay, we require this much workers, like worker read the notice at the factory gate and or office notice board and gather at the factory gate, and from there suitable candidates are selected. Next one is employment exchange. So employment exchange, these exchanges are interested to register the job seekers, and upon notification of the vacancies from the employer, supply them with the list of eligible candidates. And with the help of exchange, your companies know about the candidates and descriptions of candidate, then select the candidate with exchange help. Next one is internet. Internet, very common, you know that nowadays, very popular also. Even every company provide the info, the vacancies available on daily basis, ki this much required, and you can apply online. These are the main criteria, mean qualification required for this post and for this spot, and in even also pay scale, what are the working condition, everything already published by the companies on internet sites. So the next one is referrals. When somebody refers you, often applicants are introduced by friends and relative, and this can be a source of recruitment. Yes, this one is also your source of recruitment. If you know about your friend and your friend is eligible for the vacancy available in your company, then you can refer that person name also. So these all are your external source like placement, advertisement, campus, Gate hiring, employment exchange, internet, and referrals. So your recruitment divided into two parts, direct and indirect, and then indirect also again internal sources and external sources. So student, it's time for your homework questions. What is recruitment? What are the steps involved in the process of recruitment? Write short on the internal source of recruitment. Explain any 5 sources of external recruitment. So plan your questions with the help of internet, and also watch the YouTube links for more better understanding of the topic, students. Thank you.